Have you?
Dobbiamo aumentare il ritmo, la vettura dietro di te è a 4 secondi.
It does look quite wet going off El Rouge now. But I don't know. I think Verstappen's pitted, yeah, but I mean other people weren't. The fronts are at 60, which I think is quite low.
Il tempo sta cambiando, è il momento di rientrare ai box. Il tempo sta cambiando, dobbiamo cambiare strategia, quindi rientra ai box. Capito, d'accordo.
The wets wouldn't be that much quicker, would they, really?
La situazione non è ideale, ma non c'è ancora motivo di cambiare.
So I don't know, like I'm keeping an eye on it, but I don't know.
Difficile a dirsi se ora siano migliori le gomme intermedie o quelle da bagnato. Le auto stanno sollevando un bel po' d'acqua. Non credo che sia già il momento di passare alle gomme da bagnato, però non manca.
Well, they've told me to pit, but then the race engineer is telling me that it doesn't think it doesn't think we should go to wet. So might just stay out a lap and just see how quick they are. To be honest. I mean, you've got the liberty of doing whatever you like, really. I would say.
Nessun problema alle gomme, continua a mantenerle così. Le gomme intermedie e quelle da bagnato al momento garantirebbero un ritmo simile. Alcune squadre ai box stanno montando le gomme da bagnato, magari puoi farlo anche tu. Stai creando una certa distanza tra te e il pilota alle tue spalle.
Do you think it's wet? Norris is getting caught up on Leclerc quite a lot.
Cambiare le gomme. Non sono sicuro che tu abbia quelle giuste per queste condizioni. La pioggia ci sta dando una tregua, ma le strade saranno bagnate ancora per un po'. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più indicate per ora.
They're getting all for the first time. Yeah, I mean, it does seem slippy. You're going to have all that traffic to go through. Oh, that's true. Oh, I beached a bit coming out the last corner. That's going to cost me a few seconds. You might end up like lapping the field in this race. Yeah.
Ok, sta spiovendo, ma ci vorrà ancora tempo per far sì che la pista si asciughi. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più veloci per ora. La pioggia ci sta dando una tregua, ma le strade saranno bagnate ancora per
Oh,
un po'.
El Rouge.
Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più indicate per ora.
Who did you just lap? Yeah, he's not very good on this. Well, I don't know.
La vettura dietro di te è più veloce, guadagna un secondo a giro. Forse dovresti passare alle gomme da bagnato, alcune squadre lo stanno già facendo.
I mean, I think my tyres have sort of stabilised at the fronts now to like high 50s and away, so... I mean, I think if this was a league race, I think people would have just stayed out on inters, wouldn't they, I think.
Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più
I mean, I've
veloci
just
per ora.
asked about the weather again, they've said inters is the fastest tyre, so... I think Norris has maybe gained on me a bit, but Leclerc hasn't. Alonso hasn't. And I'm not going to mention you. It's a shame I couldn't have. I mean, I think to be fair, I think your pace on the hards was pretty good actually in hindsight, but it's a shame it came as early as it did in a way. Yeah. Yeah. It depends how fast it stops though, because I mean, even now it's probably going on longer than maybe I thought. But it's not actually giving us any prediction when it's going to stop. It's just saying into the fastest tyre, so I don't know. But you've still got like, I mean, you could probably stop twice and still be ahead. So. Yeah, the wets are slower though. I think because I think this lap I've gained like a second on Leclerc. You might. I wouldn't be surprised if you lap up to Alonso, who's fifth in a way. Piastri's not made much progress though, which is good. I did say I wanted to finish ahead of him and get fourth in the championship. That should be happening. I shouldn't be too far off Verstappen really, because I don't suppose he's getting many points. But I think there's a Mercedes 6, it looks like, then maybe a Williams or something. 7th for Verstappen, I think just behind an 8th from the looks of it. Is it me or does the rain seem a lot lighter actually this lap? As I go down the Kemmel Straight. I feel like it might take a while to dry up though. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not wet now.
Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più veloci per ora.
Right, I'm not sure why they've not pitted already, to be honest. No, curb. That's not really going to matter though, is it? No. That's what we need. I mean, at the front as well, they're warming up. 64. So. As I say, I think they should almost be pitting already, to be honest. You might lap Alonso when he pits now anyway, to be honest. I think you're 130 ahead of him. Based on my gaps. Block him again. You can't, I guess. That you bastard. What position's he in? 10th, wasn't he? So I'm guessing around that.
Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più indicate per ora.
Maybe just stop. I'll probably have to get mediums over softs, like soft
Stai
to
andando
use.
bene, continua così. Ci aspettano circa altri 10 minuti di pioggia. 10 minuti. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più veloci per ora. Siamo ancora convinti di avere le gomme giuste.
Might be a chance to even lap everyone apart from me, to be honest. I don't know. I think at this rate, if they just keep staying out.
Il radar mostra che sarà sereno presto, ci sono circa altri 10 minuti di pioggia. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più indicate per ora.
What was he doing? So were they getting out the way for you purposely, or? Yeah, because I'm sure maybe last race or something when I was lapping people, they weren't really doing that.
Stimiamo che questa pioggia cesserà tra circa 10 minuti, quindi mantieni la concentrazione. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più veloci per ora.
I don't know, I think you're going to lap everyone apart from me. I would place that bet.
C'è una Apex davanti. L'ultimo giro è stato 1 minuto 57,6. Il distacco dalla vettura davanti è 44,2 secondi. Montagomme intermedie usate. Le sue gomme sono state montate 14 giri fa. Stai perdendo 4 decimi a giro. Dietro c'è Leclerc, l'ultimo giro è stato 1,59,9, montagomme da bagnato usate, le sue gomme sono state montate 8 giri fa. Ancora 10 minuti di pioggia, poi dovrebbe asciugarsi. 10 minuti. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più indicate per ora. C'è una Apex davanti a te. L'ultimo giro è stato 1 minuto 56,7. Il distacco dalla vettura che ti precede è 46,4 secondi. Montagomme intermedie usate. Le sue gomme sono state montate 15 giri fa. Incrementa il suo vantaggio di 2 decimi a giro. C'è Leclerc alle tue spalle, montagomme da bagnato usate. Le sue gomme sono state montate 9 giri fa. L'ultimo giro è stato 1,59,5. C'è una Apex davanti. L'ultimo giro è stato 1 minuto 56,7. Montagomme intermedie usate. Le sue gomme sono state montate 15 giri fa. Incrementa il suo vantaggio di 2 decimi a giro. Stai andando bene, continua così. Ci aspettano circa altri 10 minuti di pioggia. 10 minuti. Le gomme intermedie sembrano le più veloci per ora. Il radar mostra che sarà sereno presto, ci sono circa altri 10 minuti di pioggia.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're doing, obviously. This is why I think you'll get Leclerc and Norris.
Condizioni delle gomme ancora ottime.
Verstappen. Yeah, they're quite warm, aren't they? What yours on? I've got 85, 86. Oh, are they? That's quite warm. Maybe it's because of the AI, I don't know. Don't know. And they've not put dries on, have they? I wouldn't have thought so, but I wouldn't have thought so. It'd be weird if the AI went wet to dry. I can have a look in a minute with these lapped ones. I don't think they would have done. Yeah, they're into still strollers in a way. It still seems quite wet, but then the racing line's obviously better.
Ricevuto, ti fermi a questo giro.
Yeah, so you've just got Norris and Leclerc ahead of you now, don't you? I think you'll get them. I think especially if I feel like they might not pit at a brilliant time onto dries as well. So.
Ok, possiamo farti fermare a questo giro. Il tempo sta cambiando, è il momento di rientrare ai box.
I'd committed anyway, but they told me entering the bus stop about pitting, because I noticed the rears were like 92 at the end of that straight. As we said, I don't know what the AI are doing. They went way too late to pit back on. Oh my god, the understeer though is so bad out there. I crossed the right line and got like a track limit. They are going to be very cold in this lap though. It probably might have been better to wait another lap, but might weave a little bit on the Kemmel straight.
Ok, è fondamentale gestire bene le RS. Passiamo in modalità ricarica.
Yeah, I don't get that. I think in a way, staying out another lap might have been good, but it is still raining, isn't it? Fairly.
Oh, Facile come bere un bicchiere d'acqua. Obiettivo centrato, ben fatto. È per questo che amo lavorare con
Yeah,
te.
surely they have mediums available. A lot of them just do. Oh my god. I've got a time penalty.
Dovrai scontare dei secondi
Let's
di
cut the
penalità
grass
a
in this
causa
corner.
dell'ultimo
Turned in far
incidente.
too early. I mean, I think the grip's probably quite good to be honest, but it still seems quite wet. Weird. Maybe you just stayed out another lap. It's weird because I think visually it looks like Inters, but then I think the track seems quite grippy now. A bit weird.
Alcune squadre stanno montando le gomme intermedie. Se vuoi, rientra ai box e cambiamo anche le tue.
So, I mean, my front right's still 71, so they take a bit of time to warm up, I think. DRS isn't enabled yet either, is it?
La vettura dietro di te ha appena montato.
Yeah, I mean, I probably lost time to the AI because Colapinto, I've just gone past Colapinto onto the Camel, and that's where I was before. I'd probably argue that, mate. I mean, that might be too early for it to be enabled anyway. But... do kind of prefer that this game, the weather seems a bit more unpredictable, really. Yeah, like as I say, I think visually it looks like Inters, it's still raining, but yeah, the grip's not pretty good. Do it. Still win. Your tyre's still blue, or are they warmed up by now? Yeah, that was what my problem was. I hope your softs die and you crash before the end. I think you'll be alright, to be fair, obviously. You'll probably, I think, yeah, you will get Leclerc and Norris want you, because you're on the softs as well. I was trying to work out down the straight if you still get a slipstream when they're ghosted. Didn't feel like it, but I don't know. I wasn't really using overtake, it's hard to say. What? What, in bus stop? Well, you don't need to tell me anything unless you DNF. That's what we want. If you DNF, it would be like the most. It would be like absolutely the biggest bottle of all time, considering how far you've been ahead. I have got the fastest lap though. I think you'll probably get DRS or something and change that. I'll tell you in a minute because this might be faster. Bit slippy at the last corner there. That's it there. I feel like I've actually gained on you a bit, but obviously, yeah. Can I gain 10 seconds per lap in the remaining time? I was 4 seconds quicker than you at that. I think, did you come out the pit? So I don't know. Oh yeah. As you say, no, the mediums probably are the best tyre. But hopefully your horrendous tyre air comes into play and you puncture your softs. Yeah, these soft, like the softs and mediums, like they do have a lot of grip around here. Though you can kind of chuck it in and brake, and it will stick.
Ottimo, hai registrato il nuovo miglior tempo della gara.
Good job, boys. No DRS at that either, I don't think. Hunting down Josh. Can we catch 10 seconds a lap?
C'è una Apex davanti, monta gomme morbide nuove. Le sue gomme sono state montate 3 giri fa. L'ultimo giro è stato 1 minuto 47,5. Guadagni 2 secondi e mezzo a giro, vai così.
I mean, I can't really complain with this race. It's good to be second, but it's just annoying that you've just been able to breeze to victory, really. I would say. Did you use overtake on that fastest lap? Did you get a slipstream or DRS? As you say, the fuel's not been that bad. I think obviously there was that wet period which probably lowered it a bit, but it definitely wasn't like 5+ laps like it was saying. One second ahead of Norris, so you'll have to see it. You lapped Norris, didn't you? I'm surprised you didn't comment on that. Well, he did just get the fastest lap though, so I don't know how true that is. Well, the softs were like a bit like that for me at the start, to be fair, after like 5 or so laps. What percent have you got? It doesn't really matter, but I've got 17, 20, yeah. They're not that bad, to be fair.
C'è molta energia da usare.
Shame they no longer do the point for fastest lap, really. I don't know why they got rid of it. I didn't really care much for it to begin with, but I think in this situation it's like it at least kind of adds something to it. Do the leagues still do a point? Probably not, but if I was still running a league, I probably would do a point for it. Well, I'd probably even do... I mean, if it was up to me, I'd probably do a point for fastest lap and maybe just do a point for pole position. I mean, F2... I think F2 still does a point for pole position. I think point more than a point, but yeah. Yeah. Which I think is fair enough. Well, I sort of hope he escapes here, otherwise we shouldn't let him on the podium. What? I said, I hope he gets away from you, otherwise we shouldn't let him on the podium. If he's been lapped and he's on the podium, like, come on.
Ultimo giro, dai, ultimo giro.
It's a bit embarrassing. I'll have to make a note, because I mean, I've got notes on my phone for it, so if we do this again, probably up the AI or something. I mean, it is a bit down to their strategy, this race, but even so. I think the problem is, as you say, they probably do quite high wings here, whilst, I mean, I'm running 0-0, I presume you're quite low as well. I've quite enjoyed the race. I was wish it was a bit more competition. I mean, it's gone quite quickly considering the domination. Oh, that was quite good actually. This might be fastest lap. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, but it was yours a 43. I think it was like a 44 dead. It was the fastest first sector, but I had DRS. So Sonny Hayes, Brad Pitt, driver of the day.
Many doubted whether they could pull off the
I mean, I should be driver of the day for not getting lapped.
But they've done so in spectacular style.
Yeah, I think obviously the rain. I think you probably would have won anyway. I think obviously the rain came at the right time for you. The clerk's like, well done for lapping me. Get him off the podium.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers
Burn that reef.
right now.
And you with it.
That's for sure.
Well, it's like Perez is now the #1 Red Bull driver. Yeah, you got 11 more points than me in the end. Yeah, you got fastest lap as well. I do like that when we lap people, but that's probably a bit too much. As I said, where was Piastri actually? I didn't really look at that, but I presume he didn't get much. I'll check in a minute, but yeah, I mean, I at least hammered him in the standings, really. I think he's my rival actually, but I was just more thinking in terms of fourth. The champion. I can't be that far off Verstappen though, to be honest either. Sonoda will probably end up going somewhere at the end of the season. I've just realised because he's obviously. Yeah, mine's not really gone up for whatever reason. I don't think my performance has been that bad either. Get to Sauber where you belong. We might have to do you just join the worst team every season to give us a chance. Have you got any upgrades for Monza? Yeah, I'm 9 points off Verstappen, 11 ahead of Piastri. We're 9 points behind McLaren in constructors as well. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty good for me, really. Hopefully Ferrari come back a bit. Piastri's been bad though. I mean he's like I think basically half your points total. Quite a bit, 40 points off Norris. To be fair, I think I've done pretty alright. To be fair, it's just Bahrain and Miami, really. But we obviously both did shit in Miami, so. You've just been pretty dominant, despite what you said at the start of the season about, I want to race in the midfield. Lies. Wow.
The team are delighted you've been so loyal to
McLaren. Points reject again, though. I don't really want to drive for them, so. I mean, the only problem with Red Bull, though, is I probably need to have more say versus Verstappen, because he's the one just engineering the car at the moment. But I think, as I say, I don't think I'd want to join McLaren.
The team are delighted you've been so loyal, declining all these meetings. They wanted me to tell you that they see you as key to the team going forward. Just don't get too comfy, otherwise I'll be out of a job.
So, like, if you press settings now, can you not do anything about the ghosting? I'm just having a look as well quickly. It's not really, obviously can't. I'll try and back out in a minute and just see what's possible. I think Verstappen's doing more durability upgrades, even though our durability, like, it's not going to be a problem whatsoever. It's a bit irritating. It's the only problem with the AI, like, doing any of this stuff, really. But I guess it's the same for everyone, obviously. And I'm not really getting enough resource points to really upgrade anything. How many are you getting each time? I think I got 90 on this last one. What's your recognition versus his? Is it quite equal? I think it's like contract, driver details, contract, and then go down to recognition. Yeah, because I'm 30-70 with Verstappen. So I mean, that's probably the only reason why I maybe would leave.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new
I mean, in a way, it wouldn't be a bad thing if he left,
so they'll be on
but
the car ready for the next race weekend.
I'd possibly consider going to Mercedes, but probably, I mean, Ferrari maybe, but. I mean, Mercedes actually, their performance isn't that far off ours, supposedly. Boo. What's that, the aero, your crap? Oh yeah, we caught up on McLaren actually. You upgraded a little bit, didn't you? I think we had a bit more of a jump, and we obviously didn't upgrade for Belgium. See, Verstappen's doing more durability, like, for fuck's sake, mate. Like, if we don't care, like, who cares about durability? Like, it literally makes no difference. It might as well not even have it as, like, a category, to be honest. To be fair, like, you know, yeah, I think, you know, just completely get rid of it. Like, don't need it. Especially when we have 24 gearboxes. Like, what's the point? No point upgrading the gearbox then, is there? You've got the best engine now as well, though, which, yeah, probably not great for here. For me. We'll see, but I don't know. Not really driven Monza yet.